Several networks, such as ESPN and NBC, don't just broadcast the basic sports such as baseball, basketball, football, and hockey anymore. They have now expanded their broadcasting to sports such as volleyball and softball, as well as snowboarding, the X Games, the Olympics, and even poker. Professional sports are not the only level that is shown on television. College and even Little League games are being broadcasted. Sports are known as America's favorite pastime and are the most profitable television programs because of their high audience ratings. In the year 1921, sports were first broadcast on the radio. 10 years later, the first major television broadcast was a basketball game between Columbia University and Princeton. The broadcasting of this game was such a success that in 1939, after minor adjustments were made to the TV, both Major League Baseball and the National Football League began to broadcast games on national television. From 1939 to 1940, professional baseball, football, hockey, and basketball began to be broadcast. On August 26, 1955, the first color television broadcast of sports was the Davis Cup match between Australia and the US. In the 1960s and 70s, sports began to be televised via satellite, and even games that were taking place outside of the United States were shown. ESPN, created in 1978, was the first broadcasting network to provide 24 hours of non-stop sports updates. This increased the American public's access to and their interest in sports. The quality of sports broadcasts increased through the creation of new filming techniques. The first televised baseball game only required the use of a single camera that focused mainly on the ball when leaving the pitcher's hand. In 1947, stations began to use more than one camera to broadcast the games, allowing for multiple angles. By the 1970s, it was likely that 4 to 5 cameras were being used to film a game, and for more important games such as the World Series, as many as 28 cameras were used. Instant replays became popular in the 60s, and in 1984, ABC became the first network to use a slow-motion camera. These are used today to determine uncertain calls. ESPN introduced revolutionary graphics to televised games. Most important was the 1st and 10 yellow line, which is displayed on a football field to help viewers watching at home determine the first down marks. Broadcasting sports on television has evolved tremendously over the years, and many networks have made it easier and more interesting to watch by adding instant replay, a variety of camera angles, and much more.